All right, so I want to give you guys a brief tour of the Schoology page. This is actually just where I'm setting your page up, so there might be some things about your actual course page that look slightly different, but the basic layout will be the same. So this is how you're going to find stuff. We're going to rely so heavily on Schoology this year, so I want to make sure that you understand the layout of the page. So up top where it says announcement is just anything that I want to push out to you and make sure that you see right away. So right now I have up here your group schedules. If you're in group A or cohort A, as they're calling it, what does your schedule look like versus cohort B or group B? Everyone will be doing something every day. It's just, are you doing it at home or are you doing it in the classroom? That's going to be the key difference. So if we scroll down, you're going to see one of the first things that pop up. The first thing that's going to pop up is going to be this video once I post it. But then we're going to have information for virtual students. This is just a little note of explanation for those of you who are completely virtual. This is not for hybrid students. I know that you will have virtual days, learning days. This is for students who are completely virtual and went that route. So click on that if that applies to you for some information. The next thing here is questions. So this is where you're going to have a little bit of a discussion opportunity. If there is a question that you have about where to find something, a question about an assignment that you don't understand, that's a good place to put it. You can interact with your peers here. So let's say I say, hey, I can't find week 1 schedule. And somebody else goes, oh, that's in the week 1 folder. That would be wonderful, right? You guys can sort of respond to each other as long as your questions are on task. I will be responding also, and I will be moderating the board. So make sure that you are on task so that we can keep this discussion question around. But know that if you post a question here that other people can see it. So if it's something that is personal, like applies to just you and not maybe to everybody else, then shoot me an email instead of posting it here if it's not something that you want broadcasted. So know that. The next thing up here is attendance. We're going to be taking attendance in a couple of different ways, but one of the ways that we're going to take attendance is through Schoology. So you can take attendance on your virtual days. This applies to virtual students also, right? So let's say that you belong to group A and you are in class on Monday, but at home you're virtually learning. Well, the way that you tell me that you are virtually learning and that I should count you present is by going in and completing the attendance assignment found in the attendance folder. They're very basic. Most of the time I just have you type here and click submit, but you need to do it so that you get counted. Course introduction. This is like syllabus, my welcome video, so a couple of quick overview videos, review videos to get us ready for the class. Anything that's like general information will be posted here. Resources, anything I want you to know about, the link to the online textbook, something called Kami, which is a document annotation resource that we're going to be using. How do you use that? That's posted there. There will probably be more things posted there as we go on. So anything that you need to reference back to will be in the resource folder. And then the week 1 folder with the schedule and all of the assignments for week 1 will be posted here. One quick note, where it says must complete, that means that you need to complete the items in the folder. If it's an assignment, then you have to submit the assignment. If it's a video, you have to view the video. If it's a document, you have to open the document. Once you do those things, this must complete checkmark and words will turn green. And it will tell me that whether you're in class or at home, that you have viewed what I have asked you to view. So it's just a participation check for me. The week 1 folder, I'm going to open this just to show you the schedule. This is the layout of your schedule every week. It's going to tell you what group A, you're up here, group B, you're down here, what you're doing in school versus virtual, and what your homework is, what assignments you should be doing that day. Now remember that Friday we are all virtual. So Friday we will Zoom in for a quick meeting in the morning or during your scheduled class time in that morning slot, answer any questions and I'll send you on your way. How do you access your Zoom meetings? Everything you need is in this little PDF. There's a link here with a meeting ID and a passcode. And it's the same for every time. So every time I say we have a Zoom meeting, you just know, okay, I'm going to go here, I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to access the Zoom conversation from there. Go back to the main page. There is something about the digital notebooks that I want you to make sure that you watch. So if you're confused about an assignment, odds are there's a video on here explaining it to you. I will be teleworking for the first few weeks. You will have a sub in the classroom. I will be Zooming in on occasion, so make sure that you bring your headphones with you and communicate with me, please. That's the only way that we are going to be successful in class this year, is if we have open lines of communication. I want you to know that I'm here for you to answer any questions, concerns that you might have. If you just want to say hello, shoot me an email. So we're really going to be relying a lot on one another to get done what needs to get done. But I'm confident that we can do it, and we're going to have just a great, successful year. Let me know how it's going.